Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be starting a mini new series on the channel. Now this right here is going to be my exotic loot haul episode 1, and of course this is going to be all of the loot that I've gotten so far within Destiny 2. Now of course that means all the way from September 5th when I started playing until now. I've gotten about 9 or 10 exotics, and I'm going to show you guys every single one of them right here. Now I'm doing this for two specific reasons. The first is to show off the exotics that you guys might be a little bit unfamiliar with, and the second is of course to show you guys exactly how I got these exotics so that maybe you guys can make a better decision when deciding what to grind. Without further ado guys, let's get into the video, and if you enjoyed this series, definitely drop a like so that it continues in the near future. Let's get into it. So the first exotic that I got was the Doomfang Pauldron, and these exotic Titan gauntlets are built for the Sentinel subclass. I've personally been really loving them so far. You can get these simply by playing the campaign on a Titan, and once you unlock this NPC on the Moon Titan, you'll get a choice of 3 exotics, and that is the one that I specifically chose. Next up, I played an adventure on Nessus, and I got myself an exotic engram. That was a real surprise. We'll open that up in just a second. And then of course, moving on, we went to Io and unlocked Asher Mir, one of the characters in the campaign, and he gives you a choice of 3 exotic weapons. I picked the Graviton Lance because that's one I have not used yet, and the other 2 exotics were pretty underwhelming in the PvP Destiny 2 beta, so I really didn't want to choose those. Next up, we're decrypting the exotic engram that we got from the Nessus adventure, and it turned into the Peacekeeper's leg armor. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of these specific legs because the perk is very situational and it really doesn't benefit me because I don't run SMGs that often. The exotic perk basically reloads stowed submachine guns, and it also allows you to ready them instantly. That's a great combo right there if you are running an SMG, but I currently am not, so these leg armors are kind of a little bit pointless for me at the moment in time. Now of course, we talked to Commander Zavala after completing the main campaign, and he gave ourselves an emblem and an exotic engram, and for some reason he didn't decrypt it right there and then, so we have to go over to the Cryptarch to decrypt it, and we also reached rank 20 at that moment in time as well. Anyways though, moving on, we have a 213 power engram, and it actually turned into the Dune Marchers. Now this is one that I was kind of cheesed about. I personally just am not a fan of reskinned and brought back exotics. I'd rather see stuff that's entirely new and stuff that's pretty innovative, but of course this is basically exactly the same as it was in Destiny 1. Increases sprint speed, and then sprinting builds up an electric static charge, and that'll basically spread to multiple enemies, which is pretty good, but again, I don't really see myself using that over other exotics. And then of course, for pre-ordering Destiny 2, I got myself the Cold Heart pre-order exclusive. You get that once you complete the entire campaign, and this thing is just so unique and badass. I made a video on this weapon entirely. If you want to check it out, go ahead and check the links in the description. It'll be there. Now that we're done with all the campaign exotics, we're going to move on to the ones that I got out in the wild just doing random activities. As you can see right here, we finished an activity in the EDZ. It was actually the Taken Blight. I believe it was the heroic version of the public event, but I'm not too sure. We got ourselves an exotic engram right there, and then of course we finished another one in the EDZ, and we got ourselves not only a bright engram, but also an exotic engram in the exact same, I guess, 10-second span, which is really damn awesome. We're going to go ahead and decrypt those right here and now. We also have ourselves a legendary. So first one we got is a Fighting Lion. That's a secondary energy weapon. We got the Tone Patrol. I believe that's a scout rifle. And finally, we got the Merciless fusion rifle in the power ammo slot. That Merciless thing is so freaking good, guys. I'm going to be making a video on that later today because I have to show you what that thing is capable of and why you need to get it for the raid. That video will be coming later today. Definitely stay tuned. So the Merciless dropped at 232 light or power level, whatever you want to call it, and I actually have myself an ornament from it that I got randomly from Eververse without paying, obviously, for free. So I'll show you guys what this looks like. It basically makes the weapon white, and I don't know which one I like better. Honestly, I kind of like the whole teal color with the gold, but the white and gold also looks pretty badass. Moving on, I completed an adventure, and I believe this was on I want to say it's on Nessus. I believe it's on Nessus. We got ourselves an exotic right there, and we also have 4 legendaries to go along with that, just to kind of throw in a few extra things. So here we go. We got ourselves boots for the first one. I was gonna take a look at it, and then I decided, nah, I'm recording. I gotta show everyone all the loot first. We got another merciless from a legendary engram. I was a little bit mad about that at first, but you know what? It dropped at a very high power level, so I cannot even complain. Another pair of gauntlets right there, and finally for the exotic engram, we got ourselves the Sunshot. Not a fan of the Sunshot at all. It's one of those weapons that I actually kind of hate, and I know hate's a strong word, but I really don't like it. But it's okay because I don't have the weapon just yet. I might infuse it or just throw it in the vault for now. But 2 exotics right there, not bad whatsoever. And like I said earlier, the merciless dropped at a very high light level. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but I think it was about a 272, which is very, very high for my current light level. Moving on, we completed the Nightfall with my 2 buddies, and we actually spoke to Commander Zavala, and he gives us a legendary engram that's called a luminous engram, and it actually came with a legendary and an exotic. And of course, knowing my luck and the trend of this video, we got ourselves another duplicate called the Peacekeepers. I was okay with this again because it dropped at an extremely high light level, I believe 277, and that is actually one of the highest exotics that I have currently in the game. Now, as I was commentating over this video, I realized that in this clip right here, I have a Mida multi-tool, and I didn't have the Mida multi-tool in any of my clips so far, so I'm gonna add it in right here. Unfortunately, I forgot to put it a little bit earlier in the video, but it's not a big deal. You guys didn't really miss anything too bad. But here is the video clip right here of me getting the Mida multi-tool to drop at 280 light. Of course, I did a quest for this weapon. That's the only way that you can get the Mida multi-tool, if I'm not mistaken. And I also got a Call to Serve kinetic. I believe that's a scout rifle to go along with it, so that was pretty awesome. 280 Mida multi-tool with everything on that's currently my best weapons. I actually get boosted up pretty damn high. I think I can now get to 270 power, and that is basically my cap right now. I have to play more if I want to get higher than that. Moving on, the final exotic engram that we got actually decrypts into something that I've wanted for a long time, and that is the Mask of the Quiet One. Ever since I saw people tweeting this photo on Twitter, I really wanted it, and I'm very glad that I finally got it. We also leveled up the gunsmith, and I got myself a power weapon, a fusion rifle specifically, just to show you guys. I might as well show that one as well. 265, nothing too special, but it is a high impact fusion, so that might be worth keeping. And of course, the Mask of the Quiet One is there. I'm going to inspect it for all of you to enjoy. But that's going to do it for the video, guys. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like as it supports the channel, subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content, and as always, have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.